So I wanted to introduce you to someone who is doing something pretty special, actually. Innessa, good morning.
Good morning, Sarah. Thank you for inviting us.
Look, you're a musician, incredible musician. You've also stepped into the organiser role. Talk me through what you've created.
Well, I had my first Australian tour last year, which I talked about last time I was here. And after that, my project kind of finished, and I was thinking, okay, what's next? I've got so many new songs that I want to share, but I've been, as you said, a little bit struggling, finding places to perform my songs. And I decided to, what if I try to step into a role of an organizer and find creativity in actually bringing together some special events. And this is how I came up with this idea. I call this series of concerts the Quiet Harbour because it is extra intimate. It's only 20 people can fit into those unique spaces, and it also exclusive because it's a one-off event. It is a themed concert under this umbrella of the Quiet Harbour, but every time I come up, okay, what is next? For example, in January, it was all about new beginnings, stepping into the new year, where we gathered together in a very unique event venue. It's not even venue, it's a private home of a local artist and sculptor, Dave, and it's a dome. So we gathered together in this natural acoustics. It was beautiful. And then I thought, okay, what's next? And I decided to create a little escape for couples. So to have an event, and it will be in art gallery settings in Melanie. Gary Myers opened the doors for us to hold this event, and it will be all about love, love songs, some well-known covers, some originals, new originals, and I'm really excited about this event. And then there will be a next one.
Yeah.
So just experimenting.
Quiet Harbour, what a beautiful idea. How much, what sort of feedback have you been getting from people who came along to the one in January?
Oh, I had a wonderful feedback. People felt like it was beyond music. It was not just about music, but it was about mingling, meeting each other, like-minded musicians, and especially in this age where AI takes over the world and it's become so precious, those personal interactions, human interactions, which people kind of get so absorbed by this socials, internet, and ChatGPT replaces some friendships for some people. So it's a great, I think, way to bring people together to feel that human touch, live music, and it also actually involves some food, like refreshments, drinks. So it's very social event actually. So this one will be almost feel like coming for a date.
Oh, that's so nice. Romantic love. I love it. We're going to talk more with Innessa on ABC Radio Queensland, but of course you are a musician. So what song will you play for us first today?
Well, since we talked about the Quiet Harbour, I would like to sing one of my latest songs. It's called Quiet Harbour, and it's self-explanatory. How lovely to sit next to you side by side, bathed in the light of your soul. Shall we open the windows wide so we can embrace the world? How lovely. How lovely to to sit in the eye of a storm, wrapped up in a cozy silence, lulled by your heartbeat and feeling warm, relief in the space of a silence. How lovely, how lovely, how lovely to sit next to you sipping tea, pale wisps curling up between us, leaving us weightless and carefree. The quiet harbor within us, how lovely. The quiet harbor, how lovely. The quiet harbor, how lovely. The quiet harbor within us, within us, within us.
On ABC Radio Queensland, Innessa playing live for you this morning, and I'm Sarah Howes. Quiet Harbour, beautiful, and the name of this concert series that you're doing as well. You mentioned there was one coming up. When is it, and where can we get details?
It's on the 11th of April in Malani, Gary Myers Art Gallery, and the doors will be open at 3:30 p.m. for a start at 4. So the event will be from 4 p.m. till 6 p.m. So there's plenty of time to go and continue this date and dine somewhere in one of the beautiful places in Malani. And it will include food, refreshments, drinks, mingling. And I should mention that there will be a very special guest at the event. I invited to join me for this concert Chris Cobb, who we will blend our voices together for the very first time. And we had a couple of sessions together, and it is just magical. Just the fact that we are so different, musically different. He brings his country folk influences. I bring this folk with Eastern European influences together. Our voices are so different that they blend in such a unique way, and I am looking forward to actually share this music with people.
Beautiful. And, a unique type of gig, as we've been talking about. We're broadcasting to quite a lot of Queensland this morning as well. Is this kind of idea something that other regions could take and run with as well?
Totally. I think, I can't really advise because I'm still in the middle of experimenting. I don't know how it will go, but I think it's a good thing to keep the mind open. Experiment, because when you are too rigid and you just, this is how it's supposed to work, this is how I always operated, and now everything is falling apart, and this frustration, when you can take it as, oh, maybe it's time to experiment and try something else. Oh, let's try this. So this is what I'm doing, trying to be open-minded, experiment, see how it works, and maybe do some tweaks and adjustment in the future. But this is where I'm at now, experimenting not only with music genres, but also with events.
Beautiful. On ABC Radio Queensland, Innessa and I have been having a chat, but there has been a third person in the room this entire time. Peter sitting very quietly in the corner. Now, you and Peter have been co-writing together for the past 2 years, is that right?
Yes, that's right. And we're actually almost neighbours. We live on neighbouring streets. Somehow we didn't know about each other for many years until I stumbled into a musician we both know. And he mentioned that there's a jazz guitarist in my town. So I contacted him to have guitar lessons. I wanted to learn jazz chords, and they are very quickly turned into co-writing sessions where Peter brings his jazz flavors into my folk music, which I think it's just beautiful. I love experimenting in this creative way as well.
What do you reckon makes a good songwriting duo?
Good question. I think it's again open-mindedness and willingness to for other person to contribute. Yeah.
So what else do we need to know, Innessa? What else is happening in your world at the moment?
Well, I think it's all at the moment rotating around this event, the Quiet Harbor concerts. And also I realized that I'm actually having a 15-year-old anniversary of my first album.
Wow.
In July. And then I have 10-year-old anniversary of my jazz album in November. And we were just driving with Peter and discussing that we should do something really special in support. So I just kind of trying to conjure up some ideas. And once I'm done with this concert, I probably will go that way and start experimenting in that area. And also, I've been doing some singing workshops during my tour last year. And it was so magical that I just can't stop thinking that I should continue going that way. So probably at some point, I will also add that onto my plate.
You're a busy woman, Innessa, always doing amazing things, though. Before I let the two of you go, could we hear another song from you?
Yes, and that will be a perfect song, again, matching what we were just talking about. It's called Let's Waltz, and it's about dancing with the mighty universe. The ability to trust and surrender, seeing life not as a hostile place where you have to fight constantly, but allowing to have a little fun.
I love it. ABC Radio Queensland. This is Innessa.
I know I've been a little rigid, almost hostile. I know it's been a little hard to make me smile. I saw you as an obstacle, an uninvited guest, a needless distraction on my lifelong quest. But then I paused, looked in your eyes. They were mischievous and wise. Your modest smile had certain charm. I realized you meant no harm. I said, I'm sorry, give me a chance. Let's dance. Forget about all those faults. Let's waltz. At first it was a little awkward to let you in. You took step forward, I took step backwards. You made me spin. I was so frightened it'd take us nowhere. Got to be strong. With that on my mind, I said it's over and fled headlong. But then I paused, looked in your eyes. They were mischievous and wise. Your modest smile had certain charm. I realized you meant no harm. I said, I'm sorry, give me a chance. Let's dance. Forget about all those faults. As tight as a coiled spring, as stubborn as a petty king, I kept trying to take the lead, unable to hear the beat. Did not allow to stand too close, and still would step onto your toes. You're so persistent, kind and patient. You have the wisdom of an ancient. My back can feel your touch so tender. I choose to trust you and surrender. Go take my hand, show me the way. Let's wait. Forget about all those folks. Let's waltz.
Innessa, Peter, thank you both so much for coming in this morning. Really appreciate it. And if you want to go and check it out, Quiet Harbour is the series of shows that Innessa is organising at the moment. Go and check it out. You're on ABC Radio Queensland. I'm Sarah Howells, 5 minutes away from 11. And look for